Each of us has a history of mental health problems, as does anybody who lives on planet Earth. And we go through life managing, for the most part, very, very well, these problems until there's a thing that happens that's a massive stressor. You taking on the job and having the role of having to put on 3 hats every single day while trying to take care of your family because you just moved to Alberta not too long ago. Big stressor comes and it crushes you. Same for me. Big stressor comes, huge, massive brain injury, crushes me. And in order for us to build, in the only way that we were able to build ourselves back up was to come to terms with the fact that we've been living scared our entire lives.
Yeah.
Before, if you don't accept that, then you're not going to accept fully that you have any kind of responsibility for how you're feeling, or that you'll never accept the fact that the way you're feeling is in large part due to your mind. But once you can accept the fact that you've just been living scared, and it's that fear that's been causing you to make poor decisions, irrational decisions, and it's that fear that's been causing these physical symptoms to manifest, well, then you can't fucking get better, man. That's the reason. Right here, you can. Bottom corner, unscared. I try to remind myself every day, unscared, because yeah, man, like, and here's the other part of it too, right? Which is that when you're living life scared, you get a lot done, right? I know I work really fucking hard. I know you work really hard too. And for probably most of our lives, that was fueled by a large amount of fear, which is good. It's great to be productive. But how long can you use that fear as a fuel source before you fall apart? So
That's
actually, if we're having this as a conversation, I would actually like to know about you. Like, what is your motivation now? If it's not fear that's propelling you to take care of your wife and your kids and to grow the business ventures that you're growing, then what is fueling it now?
Love. And it's the craziest part. Exactly right when you said it, I knew the answer. It's love. It's like, I love my wife and I love my children and I want to provide the best life for them, but I also love life. I also love being here. And, the role that I've kind of found myself in is, I think the same place a lot of people find themselves now. People who are outspoken. We kind of find ourselves speaking out against this evil and corruption that seems to have taken over our world. And, I asked myself that question this morning because the larger my readership and the more people are watching this, the larger this whole thing grows, the more nervous I should be, because I know that I'm poking at the eye of Sauron. I know that there's this thing that's out there that wants to control everything, that made a real run for it with COVID-19. And now that the dust has settled around the pandemic, we're running headfirst into this global totalitarian system. And I'm one of the people, I'm just one of many voices that's out there speaking out against it and trying to stop it. But the reason I'm doing it is because of love, because I want the world to have love in it. Because if there's no love in the world, then what the fuck are we here for? You know what I mean? And like, the reason I'm talking to you, I love you, brother. I love you. Like, I fucking love you. And like, I don't talk to people that I don't find interesting, or to people that I don't love. And that's been a big component of my life today, is I've cut out all the things that I don't love and all the people that I don't love, And so my circle is really, really, really small. And the people that I communicate with in my personal life is very, very, very small, but it's because I've committed my life to love. And that only happened once I got rid of the fear.
I came to the exact same conclusion. It's crazy, dude. Two different circumstances, you come to the exact same conclusion, exact same learning lessons.
How did you get there?
Just realizing that, so obviously, big brain injury creates a ton of symptoms, but realizing that the reason I struggled so much with disability was because the concussion had already was was just amplifying the fear that I already deal with on a daily basis. And so again, I had to come to terms that, oh, as much as I hate to admit it, I've been fueled by fear my whole life. Fear of being a failure, fear of being not enough, fear of not living up to my expectations, fear of being a bitch, just fear of everything. That's what fueled me.
Mm-hmm.
And coming to understand that if I continue down that path, it's not going to end well. It's just not going to be sustainable, period. I'm just going to burn out and fizzle out and die. That's it.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that I thought that love was my fuel source. And again, this goes back to being honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Said it all the time. Yeah, I do what I do because I love it, which is absolutely true. But underneath that was actually, I do what I do because I don't want to be perceived as useless or as fragile or as frail or as an unproductive member of society or just trash. So yeah, man, the way I came to that conclusion is just honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I said that I did everything I did out of love, which is very true. But underneath that, which was a much more powerful motivator, was that fear. And so, I mean, it's not rocket science. You just figure out that if you take out the fear part, then you're just fueled by love. And if you're just fueled by love, then you have you can go forever. You can just keep going and keep going and keep going forever. And it doesn't feel like a burden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, look, I'll tell you this. I sat down in front of my desk this morning at 8 a.m. and I'll be here until 6:30 p.m. and I won't even notice the time pass. You and I have been talking for almost an hour and I haven't even noticed. It feels like 15 minutes because I love this. You know what I mean? I love writing. And that's the thing too, is the thing that I've also discovered is, sometimes you got to take breaks. Sometimes you got to say, okay, today I'm not going to do it. Today if it feels like I'm doing it because I have to do it, then I'm not going to do it, and that's basically the route that I've gone, is that I'm only doing what I love and I'm only putting love into the world. Even when it seems like I'm putting anger or frustration or hate into the world, it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from love. It's, that's the thing. I think a lot of people, they misinterpret love. They think that it's all Care Bears and hearts and rainbows, but love can be a weapon. Love is a sword too. It's the way I always explain it is like, you put my hand on my child, you're going to feel love. You're going to feel the fucking full force of it. You know what I mean? I will send you to the I will send you to the outer realms in love with a big kiss goodbye. Mwah. But that'll be love. That'll be the love for my child that you feel enter your fucking body. You know what I mean? Then that's not tough talk.
Sure,
that's
man.
what I'm saying, right? That's the power of love.